has to happen is the change on the inside to be reflected on the behavior on the outside. We get the sense of it's not happening quick enough, why am I a failure? Instead of praising an achievement, we should be praising the process. Hi everyone, how are you? This is Catherine Akima. Thanks for joining me today for this Wednesday's Wisdom. I am a mindset and success coach. I help individuals, professionals, and business owners change their inner beliefs so they can start to see that reflecting in their outer results. Isn't that what we want? Better results. If we're struggling, we've got to change something, and we can't do that by just changing the behavior on the outside. What has to happen is the change on the inside to be reflected on the behavior on the outside. So, which leads me to my story today that I wanted to talk to you about. I'm going to use my child as an example, and for all the parents out there, maybe you can relate to this. But if you're not a parent, you can definitely relate to this in your own progress, in your own struggles, or maybe in an employee or in a coworker. So, when a child is constantly praised for achieving a grade or a mark, when they don't hit that grade or the mark, there's this real sense of disappointment, right? Because if the praise is always for what the achievement is and the goal and the process for what they've been achieving, if they don't hit that mark, there can be quite the disappointment. They feel like a failure. So when we look at this from a business sense of, and a point, when we set those goals out there and we really are going for something, but maybe we don't meet the goal, or maybe the goal is taking longer to achieve than we would have liked, we get the sense of it's not happening quick enough. Why am I a failure? Other people are succeeding. And we give up. We'll throw in the towel. We're out. I don't want anything to do with that anymore. I suck. And then we create this story in our mind of all this negative thinking, right? And the same thing happens with children. So my son, we were learning, was really tied into trying to achieve something. But instead of praising an achievement, we should be praising the process. And us as individuals and business owners, entrepreneurs, professionals should really praise the process. And why is that? Well, there's so much growth in process, right? So think of a child in school. If you're saying to them, wow, I love how much responsibility you've taken in getting your work done. I love how you've put this effort in and really showed a commitment to the work that you're doing. Wow, I can see that you spent a lot of time really putting in a lot of effort to this project. Good for you. That's praising positive behaviors. That's enforcing growth within them, right? This whole idea of growth mindset. And so how can we take this and use it on our own? Because here's the thing, we will quite often speak to our children or, expect different things from them or praise them differently than when we would even consider for ourselves. So here you are as an entrepreneur, business owner, or professional, and you're beating yourself up for not having achieved a goal. You're beating yourself up for not having the results that you like. But what about the process? And when we overlook the process and we go straight to the results, we get so results focused. And what happens with that? Well, that totally and 100% connects with our conscious mind thinking, which is completely always in 100% survival mode. And it's always evaluating what is going on. This is good. This is bad. We're not doing enough. Where's the next thing going to come from? And so if you're constantly praising the results and the results aren't there, what are you feeding your subconscious mind with? Failure, 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 right? You're not actually saying to your conscious mind, hey, look at the process that we've done. Wow, we've been more consistent than we ever have. Oh, every day I showed up on my computer and I did that chunk of work that I needed to get done. So when we stop looking to praise the results, praise the goal, we can then kind of take a deep breath and go, whew, wait a second. There's some great stuff here. I have really gotten good at the process. And the magic is in that. The magic is the consistency and the persistence and the process and growth. The magic is changing the behaviors by consistently doing them, by consistently sticking to something. by showing up and doing it over and over and over again through repetition, right? Wasn't it? I forget the guy's name now. It's the person who practices one move 1,000 times. It's not the person, not Jackie Chan, who practices 10,000 moves once. No, it's about the process. And so when we stop thinking about the goal, yes, we have a goal that we're working towards and we have a plan and a strategy. When you just start really focusing in on praising yourself in the process, you're going to start to realize the growth that happens, the changes that are happening. You're going to encourage yourself forward, because without the growth that happens, you're not going to achieve the goal, right? If you're constantly looking and evaluating at how far you are away from it, then it's going to always seem far away. And so this goes back to my point with children, that they're constantly being praised for achieving a certain mark. What happens if they don't meet that mark? They feel like a failure. But if you're praising them in the process, they feel encouraged. They have growth that happens. So rather this expectation of worthiness, of this idea of joy and happiness coming from the goal, we're going to go into an internal belief of, wow, we're creating that through a process of showing up in your authentic self, really moving towards something, praising yourself in the processes, acknowledging that, and letting go of the circumstance, letting go of the outcome, because then you'll stop feeding your conscious mind negative thinking of why you're not there. And when you start feeding your conscious mind positive thinking, wow, look at how great I am in the process. What happens to your subconscious mind? Your subconscious mind starts going, wow, we're really happy. This is incredible. Look at how great we're doing. And when your subconscious mind is putting out positive energy, what are you attracting back to you? Positive levels of vibration, encouragement. What you put out, you get back. And that comes from your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind. That is where the true attraction, if you want to talk about law of attraction, comes from. Because if you're constantly beating yourself up by not hitting the mark, you're in a real low vibration. Your unconscious mind is super, super low. So on all levels, from a belief level, on a feeling level, on a self-confidence and motivation level, on all of them, if you start praising your process, if you start encouraging yourself through the growth in between of it and letting go of the outcome, you're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel more motivated. You're going to feel more inspired than constantly feeling like you're chasing something you can never achieve. Or if you miss the mark, you feel like a failure. So in today's Wednesday Wisdom, I want to encourage you to just fall in love with the process. Let go of the results. They'll happen once you fall in love with the process, and encourage yourself through growth. If you have any questions, please contact me. You can reach out at catherinearkema.com. You can book a time if you would like a free clarity call to help you with whatever you're being stuck with, whether that's in work or in personal life. I'm also a registered hypnotherapist and neurolinguistic practitioner. My goodness, I couldn't even say that. So reach out and I would love to have a talk with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Catherine Arkema. Bye for now.